Welcome to the Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and today I'm going to be doing the front brakes on our 2007 Mercedes-Benz C280. Thanks for joining me. So I was driving home the other day, had kind of a little shake in the front end, under braking. When I accelerated or just let off the gas, I didn't have the shake, but under brake pressure, I was getting a shake in the front end. So I need to take a look here, see what's going on with that. I've got parts to replace the pads, rotors, and caliper if I need a caliper. So we'll go ahead and get the car jacked up, get the wheels off, and take a look and see what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen up these lug nuts, then we'll get this car up in the air. So go ahead and get the car jacked up. There's a little area in the middle of the car on the front where you can jack this up. I'll throw some jack stands under it. I've already loosened the lug nuts on both sides. Alright, and then you just slide the jack stands underneath where the lift supports are. Alright, so with the car up in the air, we're going to go ahead and get these calipers off. And it is a 12 millimeter bolt that holds this in. Jeez. There's a 12 millimeter down here. Problem living in the Midwest is all the rust. These just get ridiculously covered in rust. Alright, and then need to remove the caliper from the bracket here. Just pry up on this just a little bit. Alright, so we got the caliper off. We're going to set this up over here. Alright, I'll just take these out here. I've got new hardware that came with the pads. So get these little shims out of here. Okay, so taking this hardware off here, it is an 18 millimeter bolt
And boy, that one's a tough one. Okay. Alright. So that's the lower one. Let's get the upper one off of here. And then there's the upper one. And then the bracket will come off. Alright, then we just need to take this off. This is a T30, and I did hit this with some penetrating oil and let that sit for a while, so now it is actually coming off pretty easy here. Alright. And this rotor should come right off. There we go. Yeah, look at all the rust on here. It is just everywhere. It's so bad. So here's a brand new rotor. Set screw on there. Alright, got the new brake rotor on. I'm going to clean up the bracket, put the bracket on, get the new pads on. I'm also going to check out the caliper. I do have to, I've got a little caliper tool to push this back inside. And so I've got a tool to press that back in so I can get the new pads on there. Again, this rust is just terrible. The Midwest just destroys cars. All the crap they put on the roads for the winter. Alright, so I'm going with the new caliper because the old one is just completely rusted. But here's the new bracket. Alright, then we'll put the bottom bolt in. Just gonna crank them in nice and tight. Here. What's my torque setting? Alright, so I'm just going to put these little clips in here, or shims. Goes there. And these are new. They did come with the pads. Alright, got a little grease on the pad. That did not go in right. There we go. Alright. And then I just need to remove the hose from this old caliper. I just need to remove the hose from the old caliper here, put that into the new one, and then put the caliper back onto this new bracket. Alright, so now we just need to put the caliper on. Get these bolts in here. I did end up having to put a new hose in here because this hose was shot. So that was not easy to put in. I didn't get that filmed, but brand new hose going into this new caliper. And so I will have to bleed this, but I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, get that, the pads and rotors changed on that side, and then we'll come back and bleed this caliper. So on the passenger side, it is exactly the same as the driver's side, except you do want to unplug your sensor. Okay, so this is the same as the driver's side, except for the fact that you do want to unplug your brake pad wear indicator sensor, because this is going to come off and you don't want to pull that out. Alright, so we'll start with these 12 millimeter bolts. Alright, top one is out. Get the bottom one. And the bottom one is out. We just need to pull the caliper off. Pry that one off again. Take these pads off of here. These pads don't look that worn either. All right, and that is an 18 millimeter. And that's the bottom one. I'll take the top one off. Oh, you know what? I gotta take these out too. I'll get this one off. And then this bracket comes off. And then that screw is a T30. And I had put some penetrating oil on that as well, because everything just gets so rusty in Minnesota. Just everything. All right. Alright, and there's the new rotor. I just got to throw that on there, put that set screw in there. Alright, so that's on. Now we just got to put the bracket back on. I gotta put the new hardware in here, brake pads on, hook up that sensor, and compress the caliper back, or press that back a little bit, slide it over, and put the bolts in there. And then we do have to bleed the brakes since we did replace the caliper on the other side. And I should probably clean the surfaces of these with some brake cleaner. Alright, so we're going to put these shims in here. There we go. There we go. Alright, then we'll put the pads on here. And I do actually have to put the sensor on this one. Put these pads in here. Alright, now I am using the same caliper on this side, not replacing that, so I just need to compress that a little bit. Okay. Now let's just throw this back on here. And I do have to feed that brake sensor wire through here. Did not go back far enough. Okay. Alright, so I got all that hooked up, plugged in. This side is all done. So now I just need to go back over to the driver's side, bleed that new caliper, and then this will be done.
I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd like to thank you for watching The Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and I'll see you next time.